This is Dave, and I remember my first pair of glasses. I received them when I was 5 years old, and that to me is a bummer. And I remember what my father told me at that time. I remember when we went to go there, I had an uneasy feeling about everything. I was only 5, but I still remember that feeling. I think we came back a second time, and I got my glasses, and my father told me, now put these on and never take them off. Of course, my father meant well. I mean, he gave the best advice he had at the time. But looking back, I wonder if that really was the best advice. I've read people talking about how, especially when you're young, it's possible to improve the vision to the point where you don't need glasses. I don't know what the truth is exactly. I know that vision improvement has had some effect, and I suspect if I do it a lot more, it might have a greater effect. I certainly haven't achieved 100% vision. I'm far from it. I think my prescription now is at a -3. It's varied throughout my life. You know, I've had it as low as -2.25, and I've also had it higher than 3. But that's where it is right now. I do a tremendous amount of computer work, but that's another story. I'm not saying that glasses are bad. For example, telescopes are great. I mean, we need to see out in the sky, and that type of optic is great for us as human beings. And the same goes for microscopes. We get to see the little things that are beyond our normal vision by using a microscope. But this scares me. And the reason why it scares me is because I don't want to get stronger glasses. I don't want my glasses to progressively get stronger. And by the way, why do they get stronger? You know, the eyes are a perfectly lovely creation. They're great. They were designed to be great, and I think they were probably designed for us to work without glasses. I don't know the truth. I'm only saying that's my suspicion. But going back here, this test is scary to me, and the question I had was, why do eyes get worse, right? You hear the story that your eyes elongate and they're now too long, and that's why you need to wear glasses. You know, we typically stop, for males particularly, at the age of 26. You stop growing. Most people don't grow beyond that age. 26 is about the end of it. So why do glass prescriptions get stronger after that age? Because the eye's not growing anymore, so is it really getting longer or changing its shape? And why? If it's not part of the growth process, right? So why is it changing shape if that is indeed the truth of the matter? I think eyes should work perfectly out of the box. I think they were designed to, and maybe it's just us human beings that kind of mess this up somehow. I'd like to examine the truth and how well does vision improvement work. And the answer is, I still don't know for sure. I've mentioned that I feel like I've had limited success with it, but I'd like you to tell me what's your story with vision improvement, and you can leave your story in the comment box below if you have one, or your opinion. You think this vision improvement stuff is complete bunk, you're an eye doctor who doesn't believe in it, or you're an eye doctor who does believe in it. There's so many different viewpoints on this topic, and I'd love to hear yours. And again, why do glasses get thicker over time? You know, if we're done growing at about the age of 26 max, why do they continue to change? And of course, I know you get the myopic thing, or the presbyotic thing happening around the age 40 when the eyes start to dry out, and supposedly that changes the shape, or that's the theory anyway. But I wonder about that too. Is that really what's happening? Has that been really scientifically documented, or is that just a belief that even our mainstream physicians have? Is there documentation on that? If you know about it, let us know. I'm curious about that as well. The gift of sight, it's so precious, and we both need it and we want it. We want to see the world around us, and we want to interact. It's our primary means, if you think about it, of interacting with the world around us. We've got to see everything from walking or riding a bike or driving a car. We absolutely have to have sight to get to work. Maybe not walking, but riding a bike, I think you need to have sight, particularly with driving a car for sure. So it's so important just to so many things we do. It's not just limited to that. I mean, we need to see what's coming at us so we can move out of the way. When we're shopping, we need to see the items on the shelf so we can pick the ones we want. It's a precious gift. We both need it and we want it. Even reading glasses can be annoying. You can lose them, they get lost, or you sit on them, and then you have trouble reading. You gotta hold that further away or closer depending on what your situation might be. So even reading glasses can be annoying. So glasses, they can be expensive, they can get lost, and they must be replaced, and that's also expensive. And trendy designs get old. They don't stay forever. with one trend, and of course they must be replaced when that happens as well. Contact lenses are also problematic. They're expensive. They can also irritate your eyes. If you've worn contacts, then you know you can wear them for a certain period of time, but then your eyes get really red and they don't like it. And then the next day, because they got red the day before, it's even harder to wear them. And I can tell you, this is just a personal experience. I'm not recommending this to anybody, but I found back when I was wearing my contacts all the time, I'd go half the day, take them out, and I would use an eye cup and some saline to wash my eyes. And then I found I could wear the contacts for another 6 or 7 hours with no problem. But it got to the point where I had to do that to make that work. That's just my personal experience with contacts. So again, eyes should work perfectly out of the box, and the question is, why don't they? The other question is, can we make them work perfectly again? And again, I'm looking to your answers and your experience on that question. What's your story with vision improvement? Have you tried it? Did it work for you? How much did it work for you? Did it only work a little bit? Did it work 100%? If you haven't tried it before and you just think it's total bunk, that's okay too. Share your opinion. I'd like to hear that as well. If you're someone that has documentation, studies or whatever, please share those as well. And I'm well aware that there are massive opinions on both sides of the aisle on this. There are doctors who say that's complete nonsense, and there are doctors that say it's not, and there are regular, everyday people, laymen, that say it works, and laymen that say it doesn't work. So what do you think? If you don't have an experience with it, what's your opinion about it? So this is Dave asking these questions. And again, I don't have complete answers myself. That's why I'm asking. So thanks for watching. And please, if you have something to say, please share it. I highly recommend the show Shenyun to you. Visit shenyunperformingarts.org